In with the show. Spread the word on the social media. Hope everybody's having a good night. Let's see here. What happens if... I got to retweet that for sure. I hit this. Hey, Eric, what's up? That's better. Yep, we're going to start in just 1 second. Chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. But I have the hat on for a reason, which is going to happen here in just a second. We're going to know. There's a reason I wear my captain's hat. I only break it out on certain occasions. And there's definitely a reason. Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. El Capitan. I will have to try that Buc-ee's. Definitely. Definitely. Hey, Alfred. Yeah, Robert, I see you guys are getting a ton of rain down that way. Kentucky, Tennessee, down in southeastern Missouri. It's a mess. Shout out to Chris out in Como, MIZ. We had a big win by the women today down at the hump at Mississippi State. They crushed them. Happy flight home. What's up, Sky G? Popping you in. Hang on. Hey, Michael, over in the UK. All right, we are going to get rolling here. Oh, man. Taco Bell slam down is never a good idea. But I do it all the time.
Well, I had to go 90 miles per hour to get home.
How are you?
I was at dinner and it took 2 hours. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, sir, I got a podcast to do, people. Come on. All right. Let's see here. Yes, the women did great today, and they go to the SEC tournament on Wednesday. So we have Riley with us. I love it. Basketball games mean we get the dog. Okay. Here we go. Make sure I have any mild sauce on my chin. Gotta look good. Because
we're sponsored by Coke Zero today. Look what I got.
Yes, first one. There you go. Yeah, actually, I have. This is the best. People appreciate that.
Diet Pepsis weren't on sale this week, so I had to go with some Coke Zero.
So look, Coke Zero, but check it out. Oh yeah.
Oh, mine doesn't have a Spartan on it. We lost by 20 points today. So.
But didn't you guys just upset somebody the other night?
Two people. That's the thing.
Right?
So we had a whole bunch of COVID going on early in the year. So now we're playing all these makeup games. So it's our third game in 5 nights. It was ridiculous. So we're bound to flop. But at least we won the 2 big ones.
But you beat Ohio State, right?
We beat Ohio State and we beat Illinois.
I love that you beat Illinois.
In 3 nights we beat them. Those 2 games in 3 nights.
Nice. I like it. All right, let's do this. Here we go. And I'm renaming the show to the BOGP open line. That's just easier than all the names I was using.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Well, hey, everybody. Happy Sunday night and welcome to the BOGP open line where we talk Disney with you here for an hour and take your calls. We are live on the air here on Facebook and YouTube. As we record the show, it is Sunday night, February 28th, 2021. We're saying goodbye to the shortest month of the year and moving into March and spring and all the good stuff happening down at Walt Disney World. We're going to have a good time tonight. Not a whole lot of news this week, but we'll jump into a few things. But I do have a question for everybody. But before we get to that, let me introduce my co-host here on Sunday nights. We're heading up to the Mitten. You know him. I know him. He's hashtag Scotty G. Scott, what's going on?
Hey, Mike, how you doing? End of the month. And after we're done with the show, I got to log into work and cram some last minute month end stuff. So nothing like waiting till the last minute.
That's right. A lot of people have those jobs where, because I know Ricky's husband works in the hotel industry. And she was always like, we were getting ready to do a podcast cruise and we're trying to decide, okay, we're going to do this sailing or that. Nope. Can't be after the 20th, and there were so many rules, but I guess a lot of folks do have those jobs where the end of the month is trouble.
Yeah. Mine is one of those jobs, just some mandatory, simple tasks I have to get done. I was like, oh my God, it's the 28th already. So I better get those done tonight. But happy to spend an hour talking with you tonight.
Let's do it. We'll make sure we're very efficient in our Disney talk tonight. We'll take it up to the top of the hour. I do have on the captain's hat. This thing has gone through the podcast cruise. This thing went through the ringer, but it still survived. You have one. We have a few. Steve has a captain's hat as well. But I'm wearing it today because not really podcast related, but Gavin McLeod. If you don't know who Gavin McLeod is, he is Captain Stubing. It's his 90th birthday today. So the captain from the Love Boat.
Happy birthday to the captain.
Right. And they did a whole, I retweeted it. It's in my likes. I don't know if you can see that on Twitter or not, but it's really interesting because, a lot of those old shows that I watch, most of the cast at this point is passed on. Knock on wood, everybody from the original cast of The Love Boat is still around, and they did a big tribute to him. So it's pretty cool. I watch that every day in the office while I'm working. So, hats off and big salute to Captain Stubing. All right. So tonight, let's hit the news over at themouseforless.com. Then I have a question for everybody to call in. We can talk about anything you want, but I have kind of a question of the night. In the news, Ricky's put together over at themouseforless.com. Just go up to the top of the header, hit news, hit Walt Disney World, and you will hit this story. Hollywood and Vine's bringing back Disney Junior character breakfast here soon. And she says that the Disney Junior Play and Dine breakfast is going to return on March 22nd. At Disney's Hollywood Studios. Guests will be able to join popular Disney Junior stars for character dining experiences like Vampirina. Of course, much like any other character dining experience right now, guests won't be able to give hugs to their favorite characters, but they can still wave and take photos and selfies and stuff like that. Breakfast is going to be a la carte. Guests will start with a shareable pastry basket for the table. Nice. I think they did that over at Ohana too, years ago. Then you have the option to choose your own breakfast entree. Dishes will include French toast stuffed with chocolate hazelnut spread, or all you care to enjoy pancakes made with signature house-made batter. There'll also be an open-faced salmon bagel, a 4-egg scramble, a 4-egg cheese omelet, or plant-based egg frittata. You can start making these reservations now. And if you want to see what's going on over there, you can check out, she has a link there to the Minnie's Hollywood Dine, which was very similar. So here's what's interesting to me, Scott, because I've been here a couple times, but it was years ago when Mallory was little. And the characters when we went were like Handy Manny. Remember little Einsteins? Like I'm out of touch with all the Disney Junior folks. Now, Vampirina, I know my little nephew likes him a little bit, but or her. But I'm out of touch as to who's cool nowadays.
I am so out of touch on who's cool, but you know what? I'm going to be there because I like trying new experiences. Like we've been to Hollywood and Vine for breakfast several times. We actually just went for lunch recently with the characters with Minnie and Mickey, like her little fashion show thing that she does. But I'm excited to see this come back. And then you had me at all you can eat pancakes, man. I can slam some pancakes. I'm just saying.
I'm a big egg fan for breakfast. Like I got to, I like to have an egg, get some protein, and definitely lots of eggs there too. So it's actually, I mean, again, I haven't been there since Mallory was super little. She was probably 3 or 4, but it wasn't bad food, and characters are fine. It's not the overly themed place, but I mean, it fits what it's supposed to be, like a little Hollywood diner. So
I was there once, Mike, for this special event over a Star Wars weekend where it was like Mickey and Goofy and Minnie and Pluto and all of them, but they were like Star Wars characters. So like Mickey was like a Jedi, Goofy was like Darth Vader. That was like the coolest experience ever. I wish they would do something like that again.
Yeah, I remember that when they did those. Yeah, that was like the first. We should do like a whole show about how Walt Disney World like transformed from like testing the waters with Star Wars to where they are now. Because it was like a real big journey, right? Star Wars weekends and stuff. But yeah, that's cool. Okay, so this next one I know nothing about, but Ricky wrote about it. Am I pronouncing this right? It's that new character, that new movie. Is it Raya in The Last Dragon? Raya?
I don't know, man. Your guess is as good as mine.
Me in movies. I did see a movie this weekend, start to finish. There were no sports Friday night at all that related to St. Louis or Missouri. And so I watched Ralph Breaks the Internet. Solid movie.
Oh, I saw that the night it came out. It's pretty good.
I saw that 2 nights ago. And I thought it was so much. eBay. Anyway, so you can get all these snacks apparently, of course, related to this new movie Raya and The Last Dragon. Let's see, where can you get them? You can get a little baby tuk mousse. It's 5-spice mousse on top of chocolate cake, milk chocolate cream, chocolate velvet shell, and chocolatey crispy pearls. I don't even know who this movie person is, but that sounds good to me. I mean, I could.
Yeah, it does.
It's at Creature Comforts in Isle of Java. And there's a baby Tuk Tuk ice cream sundae, and that is interesting looking. Chai spice caramel cake, chai caramel sauce, vanilla ice cream, green tea, cake crumbs, salted caramel crispy pearls, and it's kind of adorable, but I don't think I'll like that one.
Sign me up for a baby Tuk Tuk Sunday or whatever the heck it's called.
Just give me all the chocolates. And there's one more, a Mighty Miss soft serve, twisted strawberry and vanilla soft serve, served in a blue tinted white chocolate dipped waffle cone. And the cone has been rolled in sugar, of course.
Wow.
So you're like buzzing from that. Okay, so you can get the Raya. I know I'm probably saying that wrong. And the Last Dragon snacks everywhere.
Some good springtime treats.
Yes. And the last story, of course, this is kind of an annual thing. Raglan Road's holding its annual Mighty St. Patrick's Day Festival. So, it's kind of a good news, right? Because we're getting to the point in the next couple of weeks where we're hitting the anniversary of where life changed, right? I mean, because my wife's birthday is March 7th. We did have a family party for her, but that's really the last time that we all got together. I mean, it was just, everything was changing, but we didn't know how, we thought it was going to be a week or two at that point, like, okay, we're going to do this for a week and then go back. Nope. Anyway, says, let's see here. Celebrate St. Patrick's Day the best way we know how with Raglan Road's annual Mighty St. Patrick's Day Festival. The party will continue this year, taking place at Disney Springs Restaurant from March 12th to the 17th. This year, the Mighty St. Patrick's Day Festival will include live entertainment from some of your favorite Irish performers. And of course, there will be delicious Irish food and beverages. Of course, things will be pared down a little according to Raglan Road's website this year. During the Mighty St. Patrick's Day Festival, think more acoustic than electric. I like that. Yeah. We can't even have electric in music right now. You just got to have acoustic. That's so funny.
Yeah.
They say also think more intimate than boisterous. Same great live entertainment, same delicious Irish food and drink. The most authentic Irish celebration in America, and safety first for our guests with a reservation only event. So for those who'd like to attend the Mighty St. Patrick's Day Festival on March 17th, there'll be a $10 cover charge. In addition, there will be a 2-hour limit on tables. On March 17th, performances will take place all day. The patio stage will include music from Aaron O'Grady as well as Sligo. On the main stage, the Bryan brothers, Sligo and Men of Aaron will perform. Plus, guests will still be able to catch the Raglan Road Irish dancers who perform on both stages. So you can go get your reservations. Awesome. Right, there's a link right there. So what do you think about that? I mean, are you a big St. Patrick's Day?
Scotty O'Gardner would love to be there.
I mean, you got the hair. I mean,
yeah. So we just said March 12th to the 17th. It made me laugh. It made me think of like the 50th anniversary. Like, is this going to go on through like June 12th? Maybe that we're just going to do like a 3-month like St. Patrick's Day celebration. Well, you actually said March on there. So yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. And also Beth in the live chat is mentioning that there was a rumor going around that you had to keep your mask on at sit-down dining tables. That was just a rumor. We did reach out to Disney, and that is not true. So as long as you're sitting at a table service, table, like say we're at Trattoria El Forno, we're sitting around, we have food. You do not have to keep your mask on. As soon as you sit down at the table, you can take it off and free. You don't have to wear it. You only have to wear it when you're up away from the table. Because we did contact them, and that was the answer we got from Disney, because we had a couple guests asking about that, and we got it in writing. Via text, via screen. It's 2020, so that's
where did you get it tatted like on your arm, like a sleeve?
I'm keeping it. You know what? Like how I fight a mask like a bull. I'm not I can't breathe. My glasses fog up. I can't see. So yeah, I will go with what they told us, and I have that screenshot. So that's kind of where we stand with the news now. One question for the night. Let me ask you this, Scott, and it's kind of off the top of your head. I just kind of came up with it before we started the show. Then we'll open the phone lines. What do you think of all the Disney commercials over the year, are the most memorable, or the one that stands out is the best, Disney commercial you've ever seen for going to Walt Disney World, or even Disney Cruise? Because one of mine's Disney Cruise.
Oh, you and I have the same one. It's the Disney Cruise one, where they're in the elevator and the daughters talking about how we had the best Disney cruise, and
that is yeah. When she says, it's the one. It's called Mommy calls him a little souvenir. Yeah,
our little souvenir. Yeah,
souvenir. That's the
and they're like, how long were you at? How long ago did you sail? Oh, about a year ago. How old's your kid? 3 months.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Mommy calls him our little souvenir. Yeah,
she's like, it was a great cruise for the whole family.
She's so embarrassed. That is a great commercial. Yeah, yes. I was going to mention that one. And I'm glad you brought that up because I love that one. My favorite world one though, and again, I think it's iconic. Everybody likes it. It's the too excited to sleep one, right? They're just telling the kids go to sleep. This is so me, right? I'd be telling everybody go to sleep. Just knock it off. We're trying to sleep. I can't sleep. Yeah, I want to go more than you going to go. I think when you're a parent, you kind of see that on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I think Disney commercials, I don't even know how somebody could resist a Disney commercial. You know what I'm saying? Because they are so emotional and they really do connect to not even just the location or the product of the Walt Disney World Resort, but just the feeling of being together with your family.
For sure. Just to be different than you, because I love that one where the dad's like in the bedroom and he's like he can't go to sleep either. Like that's totally you and me, right, Mike? But I love this old one. Like I don't remember it when it aired, but I found it, just searching on the internet one time, and it's like these two brothers, and the older one has been to Walt Disney World, and the younger one hasn't, and he's telling them like all the great stuff about Walt Disney World, and they're like packing their bags, and he's saying like Goofy is so tall in real life, like he's taller than Dad, and all this stuff. He's talking about Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Then they get done packing. He's like, "You're gonna have the best time. We'll be there in 3 weeks." It's just funny because like he just got done packing. It cracks me up.
Yeah, I love the commercial. Yeah, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go down the rabbit hole after this show and look for some of my favorites because there's so, I love that. Again, sports fan, the ones after the Super Bowl with the MVP, because they play the music and there's like, it's like dream come true. I'm going to Disney World. I mean, and also kind of on a side tangent, then we're opening the phone lines, I promise. But way back in the day, now this was probably in the late 90s, Disney Cruise Line was still super young. And this is more of a promotion than a commercial. But they had this song that they played on their planning video. And it was like, it said like beyond the sea, beyond. It was called Uncharted Magic was the name of the campaign. And it was so emotional. It was like it was just basically selling when you get on a Disney Cruise Line ship that it's just magical from the time you and of course they have all these interviews with families on a cruise and stuff. But I mean, as soon as you get to the port, and it is, I mean, for me, like as soon as you get to the terminal, like it's just on. You have a great time. And I think it was called Uncharted Magic.
Magical Monster Radio, I think, played that little clip, and I would love it when it would turn on.
Because I copied my DVD it was actually VHS. Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, it was so good. It just put a smile on my face. Like just that it was like a little soft background with some I don't know. The vocals were great. Like it just made me want to cruise every time I heard it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. So we can talk about anything you like. I have some other ideas, but let's open up the phone lines. And I think I got it figured out because I stayed, of course, last Sunday night. We had some issues with the audio with Scott getting back and forth with the callers. I wouldn't give it up. I had Mallory down here calling in and I had music playing on the computer simulating Scott. And we were hearing everything and we were going both ways. So hopefully you can, everything works out well tonight. So give us a call, 407-413-9395, 407-413-9395. And I think I'm going to win a bet that I had with myself. I didn't even bring up, well, here's Alfred. And I'll ask him about it. Because I'm curious. Alfred, I hear myself. What's up, Alfred? How you doing tonight?
Yeah. Hey, Mike. Good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, Scotty.
Hey, Alfred. Can you hear me tonight?
I hear you tonight.
Hallelujah.
Yes. There it is. Test complete. Confirmation.
I knew you got to know me, Alfred. I would not have slept if I didn't. I was not going to bed after that. I was so embarrassed. So I'm glad we got it working.
Yeah. I thought it might have been me.
No.
My phone doesn't always work right. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. He's not even answering me.
Cold shoulder.
Yeah. I was just being rude. I was like on edge last Sunday night, man. I was just being rude.
I'm like, what did I do to him?
So here, I want to bring this up real quick, Alfred, because I do want to get your thought on this. So the commercial question, but also the one I want to bring up for everybody. Okay. I little freaked out when they first started bringing out the harmonious barges about a month ago. Holy cow, the big wicket. That thing is gigantic. I mean, the show's going to be, I bet the show's awesome, but boy, that thing they brought out. They're like, hold my beer on those first two things. We're rolling out the big dog. Here it comes, the big circle. What do you think?
Yeah. I think that if I'm not mistaken, when I saw them pull it out and the way they set it up, I think you could see through it to American Adventure.
You mean it's dead in the center? So like when you look, it's almost like framing the American pavilion, because I haven't seen like a dead on shot
Exactly.
yet.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm hearing that it's kind of like off-centered too, though. Like that's everything that's kind of blowing up. Like, and I'm not going to comment on something like that until I can see it in person, you know. But I'm hearing that it could be off-centered, but who knows?
But maybe they're not done censoring it.
Yeah,
exactly.
It is
Exactly.
all the way down
yeah.
yet.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm
But
totally with you.
They
Yep.
say you can see it from the parking lot. Now, I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh God, no, I don't. Maybe from the Riviera.
Oh, you can totally see it from the
Yeah.
rib.
You're on the Skyliner, and all of a sudden you like
Probably
see.
right over the spaceship Earth.
Oh my gosh, yeah, it's something. I mean, this thing better. I don't know, man. I'm worried. Like when they turn it on, planes will be landing. Like it'll look like a landing strip or something.
No, I think this show is going to be epic.
I think it will too.
Yeah, I'm like, it has to be because I watched Epcot Forever on YouTube the other day, and I'm like, what were they thinking?
It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I kind of liked it.
I liked it. I was there the first night.
I usually like everything Disney does, but this here just to me was a copy of just fireworks.
Yeah, I mean,
we had a few. One of those drones that they brought out.
So, Alfred, did you see it in person? I'm just curious. I know it was kind of short lived. Were you able to see it in person?
Yes.
Okay.
But I missed some of it, so it wasn't the whole show. That's why I went back to watch it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I kind of liked it. I mean, we had the front of the house. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to be up on the water for that one, so you can see like those flaming kite things. It's been so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of neat.
Yeah. Yeah. Were those kites or were they drones?
I thought they were kites, like on jet skis or something. I think. I don't. It was, it wasn't Epcot Forever. It was more like Epcot for 10 minutes. But
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was a hot minute.
Right. Yeah. And I'm telling you, thank God it was a hot minute because
the music was good. I like the music.
I'm on it tonight. Oh,
yes, you are. Yes, you are. So what else is going on? Okay, let's outside of nighttime spectaculars. What do you got?
Yeah. Well, rumors are that there will be a nighttime parade. I keep hearing this. I think they have it ready, but they're waiting for, I guess, the pandemic to ease up. So for the 50th, I think we will see something. I don't know if it'll be right at the beginning of the 50th, but we're going to see it within that time frame.
That would be fun.
I really believe it. Yeah.
I love
and I miss
parades.
that.
I love nighttime parades. Give me, oh man.
Yep.
It's like just the perfect ending to your night. It's not even the ending to your night, but it kind of signals like it just needs to be there, like, because I would stay another couple hours and go ride rides. You stopped and watched the parade.
It's usually not the ending of your night because it gets you pumped up. It gives you like a second wind.
It gives you like a break and then you go ride more rides.
Yeah. No, I usually leave after that because at that point when it ends, that's the energy I need to get to the bus.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yeah. After that, I'm done.
I'm powered by ice cream from the plaza. That's how I get there.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I believe that's gonna happen. What else? I'm wondering why, and I think this was mentioned by Marlessa, if I'm not mistaken, on her trip report, why there is no merch for Splash Mountain.
There was, and I
think sold completely out.
Yeah.
My thing is, they're selling it for stupid amounts of money on eBay. Disney should just produce it all again and make all those sales drop. They should have enough quantity where no one can just wipe them out and sell it for stupid amounts of money.
I mean, they really should limit how many one guest can buy. Is really where it should start.
Yeah,
right. You should not be walking out of there with strollers.
Limit of one,
or or maybe like three. Maybe like three.
I would say three. Yeah,
one. Why three? I'm curious.
Well, I mean, because
I would say 3 because I want to give my dad who can't come like a thing
yeah.
that he's been there before, something like that, you know.
All right. Well, here's the other thing you do: buy it, take it, go out, go back an hour or two later. You'll end up with a different cast member, and you buy another one.
True. I mean, to be honest, I don't think Disney really cares. I mean, they're selling it, you know, like they're making money off it. I'm surprised they're not just making that stuff like crazy. Now, the fact that they're not replenishing,
that's the whole point.
But here's the thing: the fact that they're not replenishing makes me feel like maybe they think the merchandise is like culturally insensitive in the first, you know, because they're remodeling the attraction. So why would they sell Brer Rabbit stuff? You know, it's kind of like I mean, it looks like you know, it's conflicting morals there. If it's so bad you can't have the attraction with those things in it, you shouldn't be selling it, you know, kind of thing. I don't know.
Do you think they'll have farewell merch then?
Oh yeah. They'll have some kind of just like general, like, you know, I took my final dip on Splash or something. But
that's the same thing.
It is, but it isn't. I mean, they probably, you know, they could just have like, it could say Splash Mountain, right? It probably wouldn't have like Brer Rabbit or
characters.
it'd probably be like Splash Mountain, some kind of generic flume. You know, I took my last dip or my last, you know, whatever, hurrah. Because, you know,
depends on if they change the name. I don't know. Are they changing the name of the attraction? I guess that's down the road. But
that's a good point too. They might not change it. Then what's the point? Yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah, it could be Splash Mountain with Tiana and Friends.
It could be.
That's actually a good title.
Speaking of commercials, that's actually like the best commercial, that Disneyland Splash Mountain commercial. Like, have you ever seen that with like the rap? Where they're like zippity doo dah with like these construction workers. It is the best.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
Oh,
so
YouTube search Splash Mountain rap. You will not be disappointed. I promise you.
I'm totally looking that up. Okay,
so commercial wise?
Yeah, what's
yours? I love all their commercials because they just make you feel really good.
I agree.
Yeah, they make you happy. They make you feel like the kid again, even if you're not there. You know, they kind of they bring you into that world again. So, but the new one is really cool with GM. I like how they, you know, coincide both the Disney World and the cars. So that was cool.
That is interesting because that's you know, they're two unrelated businesses that are coming together for a marketing campaign, that is interesting because you just don't see a lot of that anymore. It's kind of like early Epcot kind of stuff. Yeah.
Well, didn't they re-up the sponsorship at Test Track?
Probably the same day they decided to make that commercial. Like, hey, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. GMC, right?
Right. Probably. Yeah. GMC's Chevy. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
that has to be it.
So I got a couple people on hold here, so I'm going to get to them. But Alfred, we'll talk to you next Sunday night, buddy. All right.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Have a great week, guys.
You too. All right.
Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Let's get this one in here. I think it's Eric in Connecticut. Eric, what's going on?
Hey, not much. How are you? Hi, Scott. Nice to meet you. Scott.
Hey, nice to chat with you, Eric.
Scott, can you hear Scott? Anyway, everything's good. Okay,
yes, I can.
Good.
I can kind of hear him echoey off in the distance, but I can hear him, so all good.
We're good.
Anyway, I guess for ads, my favorite ones were the ones where they were surprising kids with going to Disney World, like in real life.
Yep.
I don't know. That just kind of hit me in the feels. Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm totally with you.
I just had a weird beep on my phone. That's why. Beep. I said hello.
Me.
I still hear you.
Okay, good. It wasn't me. Like Shaggy in that Super Bowl commercial. I didn't eat the Cheetos. Wasn't me.
All right. But it was the realness of it. For some reason, the ones where they're getting all nostalgic and you see these, you know, perfect families having a wonderful day at the park, those kind of do nothing for me. And I don't know why. Maybe I'm just very cold-hearted. But it's the ones that are more real, the ones that are more genuine, that I really love.
I agree with that. And just recently, since the pandemic, they've had this commercial running, and I don't know if you've seen this one, but it was almost like Disney, you know, because they reached out to travel agents and stuff and agencies, and you know, how are we gonna help guests still want to travel? I mean, obviously that's their business. And they, you know, they kind of had this marketing campaign over the last 6 months, kind of like, it was more of like counting down to your next trip, you know, and I don't know if you saw that commercial, but it was folks like, we're going to Disney World. And they had like, you actually saw the stuff the Disney fans kind of started like back on the Diz boards and, you know, like 10 years ago with like the, you know, the paper chain, you pull off a chain each day or a link and that kind of stuff. So it was more of like the anticipation of we are going to go. It might not be in the next 2 weeks, but we're excited because we're going to go back to that place we like. And that one got me because of course that's, you know, that's my jam. That's what I want to do right now. I gotta, you know, if I can't go now, I know that I will go. So it's gotta, you know, it's anticipation.
Yeah. We're looking at February 2022 myself. That's the goal, at least. We'll see.
Good.
But piggybacking on that about like Disney looking at, you know, when people are going to travel in the pandemic, I have this thought that the reason why the 50th anniversary feels so scaled back right now isn't necessarily that they don't think people will show up for it. It's not the right time to do it, or because of the pandemic. It's because that the timing now brings it right up against the 100th anniversary of the Disney company. And they're going to go all out for parks for that. So the 50th anniversary of Disney World is being scaled back a lot. And maybe some of the things they had originally planned for the 50th anniversary of Disney World are going to be rolled into the 100 years of the Disney company celebration now.
Good point. I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, it's almost going to be like a celebration starting right after it's like two huge mile markers, you know, milestones at the same, you know, within a couple of years of each other, like 3 years. You're right. And
right.
I think,
and there's going to be some celebration. Well, the way they have it planned now, right? It's going to start at the end of this year and it's going to go through 2022. And then there's almost 18 months, right? Yep. And then there's almost no time before they hit the next celebration. And you have to have a little bit of a buffer there. But there's going to be some celebration fatigue that fits in. You know, you can't get people down. Come on over for the 50th. Come on over for the 100th. Come on over for this next big one. They have to have a little leeway there. A little break.
Epcot has a 40th in there too, which will be pretty epic as well.
Yeah. Scott brought that up. I mean, think about it. One of the best days to go would be October 1st, 2022, because the 50th will still be going on. You got the 40th at Epcot on at the same day. That'd be, that's the day to go. If you think about it.
That doesn't sound like a bad plan at all.
Can't book it yet, but we're getting closer. We're to July of 22 right about now.
I can't get those days off anyway.
That's true.
They wouldn't let me take off in the middle of school year for that. And I only get so many personal days. But yeah, no, that seems perfect for everybody who's listening. Go ahead and as soon as you can book the October 1st,
right,
next on 2022.
Right, and Epcot's better.
I mean, that's a Saturday, so I'm just saying you can go down like after school on Friday, be there on Saturday, come back on Sunday. There we go.
Look at you know day of the week it is. That's great.
So I've done that. One of my main ways of traveling to Disney has been historically the weekend trip. You know, Friday, take a personal day on Monday when they still allowed us to take days off next to vacation, next to weekends. And I would come back and I would be just dead on my feet, exhausted. And I kind of decided that, you know, that's good for like a special occasion. But now, as I've gotten older, I want to go and I just want to spend the week and relax there more, you know, instead of like, okay, I got to hit this. I only have 2 days. Let's make it count. Now I want to be like, oh, I've got a week. I've got a few more days to make it to back to Pirates or something like that.
All right. No, I'm with you. And I remember those days when I used to take advantage of those 4-day weekends. I turn them into 5. But yeah, they quit doing that after a couple of years of my teaching. And then I got on TV when I was not supposed to be down there. So there you go. I'm stupid.
Oh, I don't think I've heard that story. You're going to have to say it one day.
It was, yeah.
Or say it again.
Well, we'll cut you loose and I'll tell the story. Then we'll get to the next call. So it was a pretty good one. All right. Take care, Eric. Have a good week.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.
Yeah, that was Marathon Weekend when I ran, and John Brown was he's our main Fox 2 anchor here in St. Louis, and he's formerly the anchor in Orlando, and he was doing the races too. And so he came out and did a story on the Dopey Challenge. I was running it before, about 3 weeks before Marathon Weekend. And then he's like, I'll find you at the finish line. We'll do a live hit on the morning show. And that day we had a snow day in St. Louis. So every teacher in our district was watching. And so I'm like, hey, and everybody's like, you called in sick. I was like, oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, I think you actually called out the snow day. Said, enjoy your snow day. I know I am. Or something.
Like 80 here. What up? wasn't a great move.
I
Okay.
have a photo of you being interviewed too, which is kind of funny at the finish line.
It was worth it. It changed my career. It was great. I didn't get fired or anything. I'm just saying I knew that I was going to leave teaching at that point, so it really wasn't high stakes. Okay, I think it might be Wade up in Lincoln next. I'm not positive though. No, it isn't. I don't think. Who's joining us?
What's up, Mike? It's Jeff.
Who is it? I'm sorry, Jeff.
Jeff.
Okay, yeah, Jeff. What's going on, buddy?
Not much. Haven't touched the brisket from Buc-ee's yet.
Yeah, I gotta give that a shot.
2 pounds of it.
2 pounds. Whew. So you haven't tried it yet?
It is. No, but I've had the beaver nuggets. The beaver nuggets are amazing.
So now tell us about this place, okay? Because a lot of folks might not have seen this. What's Buc-ee's?
So it's a Texas chain gas station that are known for being huge. Like the guy who owns it, they have the world's longest car wash in Katy, Texas. It's almost a whole football field long. It's 225 feet.
Huh. What?
And the one that just opened in St. Augustine is near my house. It has 104 gas pumps and 447 parking spaces.
And it's also it's like a truck stop. It's like there's a restaurant and everything in there.
No, so the thing is, 18-wheelers are not allowed to come in. It's only for people in normal cars, RV, stuff like that. But, you walk in and they have a wall of nothing but beef jerky. They have a bakery. In the middle, you can go in and get grab and go, sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches. And they slice fresh brisket. You can buy it by the pound. Then there's a whole part where it's a normal gas station where you have your, I don't know what to call it, your convenience stores type stuff. Then on the other end, they sell it looks almost like a Ron John. They sell bathing suits. Oakley is almost like a home goods part where you can buy stuff for your house.
So the new one so St. Augustine's the closest one to Walt Disney World, or is there one in Orlando?
Right now, there's one in Daytona opening in a month or two.
Huh. Interesting. Definitely sounds interesting. I'll have to give. Yeah, I mean,
I would say this is right down your alley, Mike. Let's be honest. You love this stuff.
Any place where you can get beef jerky and a bakery right next to it. I mean, and get some swim trunks. Yes.
I mean, they're saltwater tap. It's insane. But so I'd forgotten about my favorite commercial, but I remembered it.
What is it?
It's not for Disney. I forget where I saw it, but it's the one for Disneyland Paris, where the little duck finds the book with Donald Duck in it, and tries to mimic him, and then they fly away, and he leaves it, and he's all sad, and then he walks up on their hub, and meets Donald in front of the castle.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen that one. No, I'm totally gonna I'm gonna be lost tonight on YouTube. I can already see it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna seek this one out either. I've never seen it either. It sounds really interesting. And Donald and ducks, sign me up. I love this stuff.
Yep. And I just realized why you like a place called Buc-ee's, by the way. I just made the connection, just for the record.
Oh, it had nothing to do. but I mean, it was insane. It's we went down early this morning, me and my mom. She had it was a breakfast tortilla, but she took the tortilla off. Then I grabbed a honey butter chicken croissant sandwich, a large soft drink, and she got a coffee. It was $12.
Dang, we need one of these in Missouri. We need a Buc-ee's up here. What's the deal with gas stations having all this cool stuff? Because isn't there a place? I don't know if it's in Florida, but it's up on the East Coast called Wawa. Do you have those?
Yeah. I literally have a Wawa 5 minutes from me in either direction.
Yeah, because everybody talks about I think they have good food, and it's a gas station. So I don't know.
Oh yeah, my mom loves their salad. She loves their Euro salad. Well, I think it's so instead of you go into a McDonald's and saying, "Hey, I want a burger," you go in and you can click on. They have quesadillas, burritos. Now they have burgers and pastas, but you can go in and you can customize it. Nice. So it's not hey, it's a chicken burrito, whatever's on it. You can add sauces, different sauces.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, that sounds good. So we'll have to check out a Bucky sometime I'm down there. We'll have to go together. We'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff, I'm going to scoot because I got other couple people trying to jump in here.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Talk to you later, Jeff. Take care.
See you, Jeff.
All right. Bye-bye. Yeah, I've heard about that Wawa place. Like people rave about that, and I've never been to one.
Yeah, I've had like an Uber driver pick me up in Florida who like texted me like, "Hey man, I'm at the Wawa. I'll be there in a few minutes." So I know there's one close by.
I guess so. Like we have gas stations called QTs, and so just like letter Q and letter T, and they've kind of gotten into the last couple of years like making pizzas and like now I was getting gas the other night and they're like, check out our mac and cheese. It's the best. And like, dude, it's a gas station. Like wouldn't expect you to have good mac and cheese.
I know. I don't. They just want you to get in because they're not making money off the gas. You know, they want you to get into their store. And I'm like a terrible person. I never go into the store. I just get my gas and go.
Once it's paid at the pump, I hardly ever go in. All right, we have our next call on the line. Hey, who's joining us?
It's Maggie from the Mitten.
I'm outnumbered. We have 2 mittens and 1 mic in Missouri. So what's up?
Well, first commercial. If it was schmaltzy and from the 90s, it's my favorite one. Like just the ones with the kids picking up the phone and being like, "It's Goofy," or like,
right.
"Did you have a good trip?" And then they run to see Mickey. Like any of those like sappy 90s ones, those are my favorites.
I agree. And somebody just mentioned Dan in the live chat. He mentioned the one where One Republic played the song Good Life. And I'm trying to remember, how's that Good Life song go? Because I kind of remember it. Like that song was like super, they used it for a lot of commercials, didn't they? I know hold music, I think.
I know it because I think they played it on planning videos too, if I recall. There's a planning video where it plays in the background, or it's on one of those Disney TV channels where they, run the same promo like, over and over again. But I can hear it in my head for sure.
Too. Yeah. But I like that because then when you hear that song, you have that association with, some good time. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I love that too. I love a good like musical, whatever, like it getting to you. I love that too.
Let me ask you this, Maggie, because you're hardcore into this. What about like the in resort room promotions? Because as awesome as Stacy is, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I prefer
Stacy. All right, continue.
I love Stacy. I mean, we've had her on the show. We both were famous. I wasn't famous. She's a national champion roller skater, and I almost was a national champion roller skater. Different disciplines. She was a figure skater. I was a speed skater, but I'm not figure skating. But here's the thing. I think my favorite in-room of those, like, loops that kind of inform you is not Stacy. I think it's the one back in the day with the tip for today. And it had that kind of like Mary Blair art. You know what I'm saying? Like the very geometric shaped art that would move around and it would say, "Here's your tip for today. The buses run 90 minutes." We played all this stuff on Magical Mouse Radio back in the day because I love this was better than any like background loop to me. I love this kind of stuff. And that was my favorite. So do you have a favorite, of those themes that they had for the in-room entertainment?
Oh, I have no idea. I can't pick a favorite. It's like asking me to choose my favorite child, except I don't have children.
That's good. Probably good deal then, because you don't want to just get you in trouble. I can tell you that from experience.
No, I don't want to get me in trouble.
I don't know. What about you, Scott? So do you have one from over the years that like stands out? I mean, remember the old, like the big ticket guy, the park up? Oh, was awesome.
I was going to bring up the in resort TV promos tonight, actually, because like that feels like a commercial, right? It's a really big commercial.
Yeah.
But I remember this summer, when we were living down there, basically, in Old Key West, and I woke up pretty early, went for my walk. The girls were just sleeping in, and I just watched that stuff for like 2 hours. And like the one I watched the most was like this Disney Springs one, where I could probably have narrated the whole thing. Like that's how many times I watched it in a row. But I really like the Disney Springs one. I'm just gonna go with that one for now because I remember spending 2 hours watching it straight.
Here's the thing too. Let me ask you, Maggie, if you every once in a while, I feel this way. Okay, so when you watch these, especially like if you go online and watch, like the Stacy loop that's like 35 minutes or what have you, this Ultimate Park Hopper one from back in the day, or the tip for today one. When you watch these, everything in those videos is so perfect, right? Like they say, have a night out at downtown Disney, back in the day, or Disney Springs, and it just shows people carrying around, like a light bag. They did some shopping, they're dancing in some place where they have dancing, but there's nobody like up on top of them. Like it's just perfect. The dinner is perfect. And, like the thing is, like, I love the idea of that and they get me every time. But in practice, when I go down there, like, okay, they don't ever show the couple like waiting to get their table. They don't show, like, okay, I'm carrying around 6 bags because my kid won't carry a bag. Like we're not dancing, dude. It's 95 degrees at 9 o'clock at night. It's not the reality.
I know.
It's the dream of it.
I know exactly what you mean, because the one commercial that I was talking about where, the dad's like, did you do everything that you wanted to do? And she's like, yeah, I guess. And then she sees Mickey. Like, Mickey is never there and you get to run up to him. That does not happen.
But it's Maggie, I know that one too.
I want it.
I love that one. Like, I guess have you seen everything yet? And then like, now I have, and they run up to Mickey. I love that one. But you're right. That never happens. Right. That's impossible.
Mickey's never just standing there. You don't get to run up to Mickey.
Yeah, it's one of those things though that I'm a dude, I don't know, but they always say like you forget about how painful childbirth is, and that's why you have like second and a third and a fourth child. Notice that we didn't have any other kids after Mallory because I almost passed out when I was in there. I was like, we're done with this. I'm the dude and I can't go. I'm about to fall out. So Mallory was it. But, I think they say, like you just forget about things. And, that's where I am right now, right? Because I haven't been down since December. And when I see these things, I don't think about any of the negatives or any of the like, you do have to do some work on your Walt Disney World vacation, right? I mean, you got to walk a little ways sometimes. Yeah. You have to wait in lines. You have to, do this and that. But when you watch a planning video, you're like, sign me up. I don't care. Like you just totally forget about all that stuff. And that's what Disney does to us, which is,
yes.
That's why we go.
I literally still have a blister on my pinky toe from getting back on Tuesday. I got back on Tuesday. It is now Sunday. My blister is not gone yet.
It's your little souvenir.
Yeah. The little souvenir.
Forever.
It's full circle now.
Actually, I have a quick tip. Okay. from my trip, which was we rented a cabana and it was incredible and I would recommend it to anyone, but just be our guest people only. I want it to still be available to me. So don't tell your friends.
Right. Yeah, just us, everybody. So pinky, put your pinky out. Pinky swear. Here we go.
Yeah, pinky swear. But the cabana, it was incredible. Like there was snacks available and drinks and everybody waited on me. I felt completely pampered. There was a server who would come around and get you stuff from the pool bar. So like I didn't ever have to stand up and walk over to the bar. Somebody just brought me stuff from the bar and I was sitting in my cabana drinking Mai Tais and I was like, this is the life. It was amazing.
Awesome. So where were you, Maggie? Which
where is this? But that is a commercial right there because no work, just fun.
Yeah. I was at Yacht Club. So they only have them at Contemporary, Grand Floridian, and Yacht and Beach.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen him at Yacht and Beach at Stormalong Bay though. Yeah. Oh man.
They might get him at the Polynesian Quiet Pool too, I think, because we've looked into getting one night, and then a family booked them every single day. Like we couldn't get because they only had like 2 of them, and this big group booked both of them every day of our trip. It was unbelievable.
Well, what we did, my even bigger tip is that we had 2 separate groups of the family. So it was Saturday. Animal Kingdom opened at 8. Epcot closed at 11. So half the family went to Animal Kingdom in the morning, and then we rotated groups, and the other half of the family went to Epcot in the evening, and we got the most value out of that cabana.
That's how you
That's perfect.
I mean, hey, what's it costing them, right? It doesn't matter if it's the same person in there. Like, it's a person.
And you're at Stormalong. Like, there's no better place to do it than Stormalong Bay either. So you did it right, Maggie.
No, there is not. It was incredible. Would recommend to anyone, but like I said, don't tell your friends. Just for us only.
I will tell you, we did something, Scott and the Foresters and a bunch of us one time. Now we were all at Yacht and Beach, and so we rope dropped Stormalong Bay when it opened in the morning, and we got that area that's up. It's up above, kind of. What is it?
It's on top of Hurricane Hannah's, kind of. It's like the roof, basically.
Yeah, it's like on top of the changing rooms, the restrooms. And like we had that, there's a pool table up there. Wasn't there a pool table? There was something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played some random kids in pool. I remember.
Like, was there a pool table? But there was. But I mean, like we set up camp because there was so many of us. I mean, we all had like one, lounger, but it was just a great place because you could see where everybody was up there. You go grab a drink. The bar was right under you. Hop in the lazy rivers right below you. It was, and I mean. It's not the poor man's, like you're staying at Yacht and Beach, right? You're paying a fortune, but we didn't have a cabana and we didn't have the service and the privacy or anything. But I mean, that was a neat day. That was a fun day at Stormalong Bay.
That sounds like fun.
Good times. Good times.
Well, Maggie, I need to travel with you next time and get in on this cabana. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's right. Tag in. I'll take the 10 o'clock shift.
We'll hook that up.
Totally.
We'll drive to the airport together and everything. You'll just pick
There
me
we
up
go.
on the day.
So did everybody have a good time on the trip?
Yes, absolutely. And real quick, also, you and I messaged in some months ago and said my dad hates all the food at Disney. How are we going to fix this? And Mike, you and I together, we changed his mind. We did it.
Okay,
he was like, that's the best. 3 things. 1, the burger at Yacht Club from Ale and Compass. 2, Satuli Canteen. 3, fried chicken at Homecoming.
Oh, sure. No kidding.
That's awesome.
I wonder if that burger is the same burger from that was at Cruise Cup.
Cruise Cup. I believe it's all the shared same kitchen between Yachtsman Steakhouse and Cruise Cup, which those two aren't open right now. I bet you it's the same because that burger is good.
That burger is so good at Cruise Cup. Oh, man. That's probably it. I haven't had that forever.
Yeah, he loved it. So
right,
I appreciate you, Mike.
I appreciate you. Thanks for the support, and tell the family we said hello, and thanks for the tips. We appreciate it.
Definitely. Talk to you later.
All right, talk to you later.
Bye, Maggie.
Bye.
And Riley has come in and snuck in. She's trying to get on the air here under me. I smelled her coming in, and here she is. Got to get her a shower.
You know what, Mike? So I was a grown man the first time I went to Walt Disney World. I was 27 years old, I believe, or 26, somewhere in there, mid-20s. And I bought into those commercials. I thought I was just going to see Mickey just wandering around and I could run up to him and hug him. So I fell for those advertisements, even as like a guy in his mid-20s, you know?
But I think everybody does, right? I mean, the thing is, they are so good at even how they shoot the camera angles. If you look, I mean, you have to have gone a bunch of times before you really start to see it. But how they have almost like lights dangling down in just the right spots in Disney Springs. And, you know, sometimes it's like right at the golden hour, like sunset, you know, at the water out by the boathouse. And it does make you long for that. And it makes you forget, you know, that you will wait in lines, that you will wait for a table, which, I mean, you have to do that everywhere. But, and the music's always perfect, right? The narration is always, let's go.
The Disney Springs one cracks me up that when you're talking about like them like shopping and like dancing and all that. The infomercial I was just talking about that I watched for like 2 hours straight. Like, because it's like from the start of the day to the end of the day, you know, so it shows like this group of friends, but then like one guy goes and gets a shave, like at the art of shaving. Like, who goes like and like gets the shave, you know, before they're gonna go have dinner at like House of Blues or whatever? Like, I don't know, man. It cracks me up.
Well, that's the fantasy of it, though, right? I mean, that's just like, I mean, that's what they have to do in marketing. They have to market the perfect day. But you know, if you really looked at what you would spend if you spent a full day doing all this shopping and all these experiences, and then eating at all these nice places, I mean, that'd be like your $1,000 day, probably.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
it'd be a fun day, though. I would love. If anyone that's watching live knows, I could go to Art of Shaving right now. I could use a trimming for sure.
We have one of those at the mall right here. I don't even know if it's the same company, but it looks like it. I don't know if it's still there. I've been to the mall forever. But yeah, you know, I think that the thing is that when you're in between trips, those things really do kind of, you know, bridge the gap, you know. And for another one, oh God, somebody said something in the chat, and I'm trying to find it. But
it was the one with the daughter and the.
Yeah, it was the one. Yeah, that one that was just on right before the pandemic, where, you know, she's going off to, oh my God, I can't think about it, but she's going off to college, right? And he's thinking about her, you know, just like yesterday, she was 6-year-old, you know, little girl meeting Cinderella in the dress. Like, I won't miss you. Yeah, whatever.
So Terry in the live chat just said that her son and dad do the art of shaving. Like, I want to do it. Like, it looks so cool. So Mike, next time I know you shave every single day, but like you and I are gonna go in there and get a shave.
My wife would kill me. Like, if I every once in a while, like, I'll skip because, like, you know, I don't feel good or something, and she's like, no. You got to shave all that stuff out.
Well, we'll have to do it. We'll have to do it for research. So we have to let you slip a day for research.
Yeah, totally. And remember, we were in those chairs at what was that, Ivy Trellis, when the girls had their hair done? All that was nuts. That was fun. That was fun. All right. So if you want to share a favorite commercial, or you want to talk about the Harmonious Ring, or, you know, what you're looking forward to, we have about 10 minutes left. Give us a call, 407-413-9395. Now, one other thing I saw this week, Scott, kind of interesting. Looks like they're toying with bringing back some bands at Epcot, at Flower and Garden. I think they're doing it smart, though, right? They're not bringing in like Taylor Dane or Richard Marx, right? Because they have cult followings, I guess. But what they're bringing in is those cover bands that are like local bands. They're all kind of Central Florida based, Florida based. They don't have huge followings, which I think is smart because the last thing you want is a ton of people descending because then it makes physical distancing rough. Start small, have some, people besides the Jameters and Marriott, which I like them, but I mean, we need to be different. They've been out there forever. And it's kind of, again, it's a step in the right direction. I think cover bands for the, and honestly, over the years, the cover bands are awesome at Disney. Like I love
everyone. Don't Stop Believing, the Journey cover band. I love them. So, I mean, plus, like, the cool thing about cover bands too is that like they play pop songs that right? So you'll walk by and like, hey, I know that song. Let's sit down and grab a snow cone in Japan or a beer somewhere and have a sit in the theater and watch some band play some songs I know. It sounds awesome. And it's a good way to ease back into it.
And it does. And it kind of brings World Showcase alive, at least like that part there by Japan, America, Germany, because you hear it even if you're not physically sitting down watching the concert. And they're so quick, 20, 30 minutes, you're in and out and you're having a good time, people dancing around. Yeah. I'm trying to think all the ones I've liked over these, like there was an ABBA one, was Dancing Queen, I think they were called. They usually
the Bee Gees one, Staying Alive, is another good one.
Oh, that was my favorite. Remember that one that somebody was I think I was dancing.
You were dancing. Jay's got some video, I think.
Yes. Oh man, you gotta get down. All right. Oh, we got another call. Hang on. I'm sitting here worried about the Bee Gees. It's Wade. It's Wade. What's up, Wade?
51, one, have marathons.
I don't know if I can go up that high. I could try it, but maybe it wouldn't be pretty.
Yeah, we're saving it. We're saving the high one for you.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man. I tell you what, hey, it's good to hear Scott's voice tonight. He's not ignoring everybody like last week.
Yeah. So. I was just crabby last week, I actually could hear everyone. I just muted myself is what I did so that people wouldn't hear me.
You're like, watch this. Mike will love this. He'll be up all night trying to figure it out too. So
yeah, I have my daughter down here. I'm like, hey, scoot back. Now, can you hear the computer? Yes. Now you talk into it. I can hear you. Yeah, and I was recording it all so I could play it. But yeah, I was like, I think it's working, but we'll find out next Sunday. And I'm going to bed.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I knew you'd be trying to figure it out. I knew it when you hung up.
I felt so bad. I hated it. Anyway.
So you are the Cal Ripken of weekend half marathons, and next weekend is 1 year. You're just gonna quit now. You're just gonna call it and say, nah, let's not do number 52.
Well, I'm gonna do 52. I will. And I tell you what, it's nothing compared to Mike doing back-to-back 15-mile runs this weekend, I believe, and then knocking out those 14 and a quarter or 3/4 or whatever every day. So I'm not worthy of that. That's for sure.
I'm going to grow a beard like Forrest Gump one day and just be done. And that'll be it. I'll just say, I'm done. I do it because I eat terrible. That's why I do it. But yeah, I think Scott just called you out. I think you got to do what, 2,131 or something now, weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I already got my family going, 52. That's a weird number.
Yeah, exactly.
Why end at 52?
Exactly. You need to end on like a nice number with a couple of zeros on the end, 3. You're like, whatever. That's why.
Exactly. I told my son, I said, that's a problem for next week or 2 weeks from now. Let me just get the 52 in, then I can say 1 whole year of weekends. And that never would have happened I'm not saying that I'm glad there was a pandemic, but normally I travel for work and there's weekend travel in there too, which makes it really tough, to run that far, at least when you're traveling.
Right.
So it's because of the pandemic, right? I was able to do it. I've been on just few airplanes since then. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah, I'm getting taunted by my kids and then my brother's like 52. You might as well go like 100 at this point now. You're 50. I mean, yeah,
halfway there.
You just got to make whoever says that run the rest of them with you. Like, okay, then we're doing this as a partnership at this point. Let's go. Strap them on.
Yeah, that would never happen. That would never happen.
I'll tell you what, though, it's gonna feel good when it's over, though, and then you don't have to stress about it anymore. Like that's one thing I hate about streaks, man. You feel so much pressure, and then once you miss a day or a week or whatever, then you can it takes so much stress off of you.
Exactly. And that's what I'm thinking too, because maybe I'll wake up and go run 13 miles. I run during the week too. I'll do 5, 6, or 7 miles during the week. Not every day, because I got to take days off. Knee surgery and Achilles surgery made me do that. Now I've got plantar fasciitis I'm battling too, but so you're right, Scott. It's going to be no pressure at some point. I'm like, I'm going to run 6 miles today. Call it good.
With me though, okay, so Apple Watches are the worst. They're the best, right? Because they keep you accountable, but they're also the worst because, I'll take one day off. Like a couple Saturdays ago, I didn't feel good. I woke up with I went to bed with a horrible headache, woke up with one that was 10 times worse, felt terrible. So I'm like, I'm taking Saturday off. So I know I'm not getting my monthly perfect month, February ring. So I come to that and I'm having one piece of toast for breakfast and my watch is like, doop, doop. Mike, your ring is not near as far as it's supposed to be at this time today. I'm like, shut up. I don't need to know that. I know that. Quit bugging me, you stupid watch. Stupid Apple Watch.
My wife has an Apple Watch. I have a Garmin, and my Garmin is always sitting on my desk ready to say, move. I'm like, oh, come on. I can't right now.
No, you move.
Exactly. Move. Exclamation point. Oh, thanks.
Oh, God. Technology.
Yeah. Exactly. But hey, speaking of technology, real quick, I know you're at the top of the hour too, but that is going to be interesting when Harmonious fires up, because the barges that are in the middle of the lake there, of the lagoon, are crazy big, and I only hope that it's like California Adventure, where it's these huge. Now those are fountains that shoot up in the air more, but I hope that it's totally obscured by beautiful fountains during the day, because otherwise. That's like I don't know. It's like some Star Wars, thing landed in the lagoon and they're going to take over and the dark side's coming or something.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Wade, because at DCA, the fountains are submerged. You really don't see them unless if you're on the big wheel, and then you can kind of see them from top. But yeah, I wish there was a way they could kind of do that with Harmonious, but I think the show is just too big to do something like that.
I think so, and again, like I won't judge until I've seen the show at this point, but and see what they do during the day with it. But that ring they put in there, I'm like, oh my gosh, that thing is just a beast with arms that come out or whatever too. I'm like, wow, that's going to be interesting. It'll be a great show, I'm sure, but it's so beautiful to look across there during the day when you're walking around Epcot. You can see the different. Pavilions and stuff, but now to see these black barges, something from Waterworld or whatever, again, or Star Wars, it's like, wow, it'll be interesting to see how they obscure that during the
sidelines are going to be something else now, but we'll see. I can't knock it until I see it though, right? Just like you said,
It'll be, I want to see the show. I can't wait to see the show, but like you said, during the day, because they keep saying they're going to have awesome water features, and they probably can totally obscure it. I mean, obviously the sight lines will never be the same, as long as that's out there. But I mean, I'm a big fan of water, vertical water fountain, like the Bellagio style stuff, dancing, kind of like Fountain of Nations. I love that. Give me something like that, I guess.
Right. I'll argue that the sideline kind of is ruined by the Swan and Dolphin in some spots too. I don't know why it bugs me. I don't like it when I can see the Swan and Dolphin from World Showcase.
It is indeed. You can see that from across the water too. So I would agree with that. And then of course, it's funny going to Disneyland and California Adventure, sightlines get ruined there quite a bit, just because of the density of where those parks are located. They, it used to be that years and years ago, but now you're on some of those, like you said, the big wheel. You can see lots of Anaheim hotels and convention centers and things like that. But and Epcot was always kind of special because other than the Swan and Dolphin, even like you've talked before, the Tower of Terror integrates with Morocco, and you're looking at that across the lagoon, and you see that in the background. But it'll be interesting. Like you said, I'm not going to knock it until I see it.
Yeah, same.
So
it looks big.
And I don't really have a.
Yeah, I still can't get over how big it looks in the pictures. I'm not saying that I'm against it yet. I mean, that's like whoever put that dumb picture on Twitter with the putter and the golf ball, trying to knock it in, for the. That's so dumb, but I was cracking up. That thing is huge.
Oh yeah.
Oh well.
It's funny. It's going to be interesting. So it is huge though. When they dropped it, and I started seeing the video, I'm like, oh wow.
Yeah,
First of all,
I'd have loved to heard him in meetings too. Been like, Disney fans take change so well. Wait till we roll this mother out.
Wait, what's your commercial? Were you about to talk about your commercial?
Yeah, tell us about your commercial real quick.
Oh, I really like the latest one, the Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow.
Yes.
I've liked some of the older ones too, and I think somebody mentioned the duck one. I think that was a Disneyland Paris commercial, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't catch that, but yeah, that's a pretty cool commercial. But yeah, I like the latest one. I think "Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow." First of all, it's a classic song, that they use for Carousel Progress, and just the fact that the times we're in, it's like, yeah, every day we're like, hey, tomorrow it's gonna get better tomorrow. So I really love that commercial. I think that's my favorite one of the last few that they've had.
Yeah. It's very, very fitting for the times. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you're right. I forgot that they used that song in it. That's the promotion I was talking about. Yeah.
But make sure you watch the Splash Mountain rap after the show's done, please.
I will.
That's what I'm doing next. All right. Well, hey, Wade, take care, buddy. It's good talking to you. You guys stay safe up in Nebraska.
Thanks, guys. All right. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.
Right. See you, Wade.
All right. That is going to put a wrap on tonight's BOGP open line, which we're going to do every Sunday night. So join us next Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, Facebook or YouTube. You take your pick. It's the same at both locations. And you can give us a call and we'll talk about the news of the week. If you want to talk about Harmonious, we'll have another topic of the night and just have a good time. That's why we're here. We can this chance to get some more voices on the air and to talk Disney. That's what we're all about. Don't forget today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Check them out today over at themagicforless.com. Also, please use our Amazon affiliate link when you can. beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And a huge shout out to our patrons. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I appreciate it so very much. If you'd like some extra content like Mike in the Midwest, just visit patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. Give us a follow on social media, Instagram and Twitter at beourguestmike and at beourguestpod. And of course, Scott is over at @Scott. And give him a follow on the Instagram as well at Palm Trees of Disney. I'm telling you, this is the way to start your day each and every day. Great pictures. The one you posted, Scott, lately that I really love, and I love this area of Coronado Springs. It's the quiet pool and the casitas. Oh,
yeah.
Great.
I'm glad you like that one. Yeah. Did you see the one I have with like the shadow of the palm trees?
I'll have to look. I haven't been on it the last couple of days. I haven't been on it much this weekend.
No, you're fine. You're totally fine. But I'm trying to get creative now too, trying to find what I have deep in the catalog. So I found one where it was just like the shadows of the palm trees, like from the pool, which I thought was kind of cool. Nice. But I'm always open to. I'm getting a lot of feedback from those that are sending their photos. So yeah, feel free to send them in. It's everyone's account, so I'll share them with photo credit because there's not enough palm trees in the world. So there we go.
I love palm trees. I love palm trees and Disney. So there you go. So at Palm Trees of Disney, give that a follow and submit the pictures. And yeah, that's about it. And Robert's asking down in Soggy, Tennessee, as we wrap up the show, what time do we record the question shows? We record the listener question shows every Monday around 5:45 Eastern. So drop in. We do the listener question show first, then we back it up with the Friday topical shows. So you can join us for that as well. All right, we're going to let you go here on a Sunday night. If you're tuning in live, thanks for making us a part of your night. As Riley grabs the hedgehog and starts to make noise. And if you're watching this or listening to this on Thursday, hey, we've almost made it to another weekend. Thanks for dropping in. For Scotty G, I'm Mike, wishing you a great Sunday night or Thursday, either one. And we'll see you real soon. All righty, good stuff, Scott.
Awesome.
Thanks for making it home. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, that was good. Like I tried to time it perfectly, and then dinner just took forever. We went to Logan's. Yeah, have you ever been to like a Logan's?
Dude, I've always wanted to go to a Logan's, but the one we had here went out of business before I was able to get to it.
Well, I thought they all went out of business, but
it's like a Logan's Steakhouse. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I thought they all went out of business like during the pandemic, because they're owned by like the same company that owns Old Chicago, and I thought all those went out of business too. But then all of a sudden ours reopened, so they have good. It's just like Texas Roadhouse, they got like the awesome like yeast rolls and stuff,
Dude, I love those things.
Yeah, no peanuts though. They didn't have peanuts on the table. Like
yeah, I don't think Texas Roadhouse does anymore either.
Yeah, I can totally understand why.
Dude, it's probably better for my health because man, like I would eat it. Like when we used to go to Texas Roadhouse like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So many peanuts before the food got there. I mean, I probably have a peanut. Like I look at the shelf. Oh my God, little tins full.
Yeah. That's so funny.
All right. Well, hey, buddy, thanks. And we'll do it again next Sunday night.
All right. Well, I'll talk to you later. Splash Mountain Rap. Don't forget it. I'll send you the link.
I totally want, but I go upstairs, I put it on my MacBook.
All right. There we go. All right. See you.
All right, see you, buddy.